What is going to surprise people about this show?
I think people will be surprised at the format. The format of this production is what's called a lecture performance. So we have two actors on stage who are playing the role of professors who have studied Don Juan, and they're giving their versions and their takes on the myth, and they also then frame the production and set up what we're doing with the rest of the cast who are playing the characters in the Don Juan myth. Design collaboration has been very interesting because just like everyone else on the team, the designers have no starting place to go to because this is a brand new play and it's being developed as we go. They have had to make their design decisions a little later on in the process than they normally would. They've been very good about me saying after a rehearsal, well, we think we need this, or this isn't going to work, or we have a problem, can you help us solve it? So for example, in terms of the scenery, Desi Roybal has been very good about hearing new suggestions where normally we wouldn't be changing things that late in the process. Same with the lighting designer, with the costume designer, and also with the student who's helping Sergio Costola do all the video productions.
The idea of appropriating music from the past into contemporary works is a centuries-old practice. Don Giovanni is such a well-known opera. I've heard the music many times. The biggest challenge for me in this is trying to erase the sound of Mozart's original music from my ears. Our ensemble for Don Juan is 10 musicians supporting 3 singers. So we have flute, clarinet, saxophone, percussion, piano, and a string quintet. The real magic of the process happens when all the musicians come together near the end of the process and bring these ideas to life. So the best part is yet to come.
The show is very different than anything I've designed in the past. The set is really simple, and anytime you're using projections, that's sort of required. And so what we have are 2 realistic areas, stage right and stage left, that represent the professor's offices. And then the area in between is where the art is created. We needed to find a way that we could stage the scenes, and then at the same time, something that provided a format that separated commentary from staging from the reality of the 2 sides performances of the professors. The whole development of projections is really exciting. In many ways, it's a little bit of expressionism, because what we see on the screen is really the contents of their mind or things that we're trying to relate. Another part of the staging is the dais, or the center disc, which is a large 14-inch round platform that's 12 inches high. It's the stage that the chorus can be part of when they want to be, or they can surround and comment on the scenes that a chorus would normally, respond to if they were doing a Greek tragedy.
Hi, I am Haley Grace Overfelt.
I'm Miranda Yannon.
I'm Savannah Ritz.
I'm Abigail Luna.
And we are the Chorus of Desire.
We have an old Greek-style chorus as part of this production, and they also comment on and give us additional information.
We're kind of a mix of 3 things. We're at the same time the women that Don Juan has yet to meet, the women that he has scorned, and then some higher deity that's just kind of like, yep, this is what he do.
One of the things we're doing very differently here is introducing the notion of Don Juan's mother. As far as we know, in none of the treatments of Don Juan's myth is the mother ever a figure, because there's no model to look to. So the actor playing this role has had an interesting job of developing a character, and I think she's done a really good job of initializing and representing what Don Juan's mother might be like. The directing process and the directing style are very different from what I'm used to, and it's also very different from what the actors are used to. I'm usually a strong believer in pre-planning and having a very specific plan for what I'm going to do for each rehearsal period. That's not working with this one, because sometimes part of the rehearsal is to figure out what we're doing in the first place, let alone how we're going to do it.
This being an original piece, it is a unique experience to work with developers who are, still coming up with new ideas as the process rolls along.
It's unlike anything that we've done here before. It's
That's
definitely
true.
interesting that the script is more of a suggestion than with most plays. This is the script, this is what you say. Because they'll just be like, okay, so what if you don't say that? Let's just cut this entire part.
I mean, the script that we're performing is completely different from the one that we started working with in January. So to come in and get cuts, or we're moving things around like this, has been really interesting. And then I'd also say it's been really interesting in working with the development of the show itself, because I think it started off very different from what it is now. Now we're channeling a lot of comedy, we're channeling a lot of kind of farcical elements. And initially I think it was kind of read as very much like a lecture, here are our notes and here's the information and things like that, and we've really moved very far away from that.
Is there anything else you would like the audience to know before they go into the show?
There is something I really want the audience to know before they go in. This is truly produced by all of us here, the music written by a music professor, the orchestra conducted by one of our professors, the singers, our faculty and grads, the crew and the actors, all our current students and staff and faculty. It's really a homegrown project, and I'd like them to know that this was written, invented, and done right here on the Southwestern campus. It's been a long time since we could say that.